Welcome to Nationwide on the network service of the NTA. Thank you for joining us. I am Lydia Odije Ochi. You can follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.live.ng or any of our social media handles displayed on your screen for updates. President Bola Tinubu has met with members of the 9th Assembly. President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, and Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila led members to the meeting. Some state governors also attended the meeting held behind closed doors at the conference center of the State House, Abuja. Details of the discussions at the meeting were not made public. The Natives, a social, cultural, and anti-sabotage group, has joined the campaign for a peaceful inauguration of the 10th National Assembly. At a media briefing in Abuja, the group acknowledged the collective decision of the National Working Committee of APC that micro-zoned the principal offices to individuals. The gesture, the group believes, will promote intra-party harmony among members of the progressive family whose primary desire is to provide purposeful leadership towards sustaining the democratic gains under the leadership of APC government at the center.
We hereby ratify, support, and stand in solidarity with the wise decision of the President, the party, and the people of Nigeria that a Christian should be the Senate President. We look forward to industrialization, independence, and good governance for Nigeria.
Salihu Gwanara reports that the Natives is one of the socio-cultural groups consciously promoting democratic ideals and preaching harmony among Nigerians. The Coalition of United Political Parties, CUPP, says the coast is now getting clearer and all is set for a landslide victory for the Tajuddin Abbas and Benjamin Kalu ticket as Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the 10th National Assembly. CUPP spokesperson and PDP House member-elect Ikenga Ugochinyere briefed the media in Abuja. He explained that the meeting, which was held in Abuja for Northwest lawmakers and North Central lawmakers, involved all the states on a zonal basis. The Senate has approved the reimbursement of 6.7 billion naira to Kebbi State for federal government roads projects executed by the state. National Assembly correspondent Ignatius Onkwo has details.
Last legislative business of the 9th Senate. Only 2 reports on the order paper for consideration. One of them is the report of the Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debt on the request to refund Kebbi State government 6.7 billion naira for projects executed on behalf of the federal government.
That the committee recommends that the Senate do approve the promissory notes and bond issuance to settle outstanding claims and liabilities of Kebbi State government in the sum of 706,835,495 naira 12 kobo only.
Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Senate stepped down the report of its other committee that investigated the implementation of the 2021 and 2022 budgets of the Niger Delta Development Commission.
So there is a motion that we stand down to consideration of the report, moved by Senator Uche Ukunife. So those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Chairman, thank you very much for your work. You are constrained. You didn't fail to do the work. You are constrained.
Senate paid tribute to former senator who represented Anambra Central, Annie Okonkwo, who died Wednesday this week. Senator Uche Ekwunife moved the motion.
We lost one of our finest men, one of the greatest heroes of Igbo land.
Complete gentleman, very unassuming, very productive, a team player.
Senate will hold its valedictory session on Saturday, the 10th of June 2023 from the National Assembly. Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
The federal government has declared Monday, June 12, 2023, public holiday in commemoration of this year's Democracy Day celebration. In a statement by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Interior, Dr. Oluwatoyin Akinlade, Nigeria's democratic journey has, like in many other climes, encountered both smooth and stormy sails. But the ship of state, its institutions, and most importantly, the Nigerian people, have remained steadfast on the tenets of democratic governance. On this memorable occasion, therefore, Nigerians and friends of Nigeria are invited to appreciate the progress that has been made, celebrate the milestones covered, and look forward to a better future for the country's democracy. We're going over to Lagos for more news on Nationwide, and Hingeno John Adams is waiting. Over to you.
Thank you, Lydia. Much to the delight of Nigerians, members of the Joint Health Sector Unions, JOHESU, are back to work after a 12-day industrial action. Our correspondent who monitored the situation in Lagos reports that Nigerians are optimistic that there will be a quick resolution to their demands before the 21 days ultimatum elapses. The business of saving lives is back in full swing with the suspension of the indefinite strike embarked upon by members of the Joint Health Sector Unions, JOHESU, across the country. This has indeed brought relief to many.
Let us thank God that has touched the heart of the health workers and made them to stop the strike. Health is wealth. If you don't have a good health, one is just almost as if you don't have anything. So it is very necessary that the new government should focus attention on whatever grievances they have.
As the present government has promised them that they are going to see to their needs, I believe it will do it.
Secretary of JOHESU, Luth Branch, Adeyinka Adewale, commended government for being proactive towards addressing their agitations.
Our president is Mr. Tokandu. He has said it and we believe he's going to do it, because we cannot afford Nigerians to go through the agony they had during the time we withdrew our service. Nobody wanted to do that.
Some of the demands of the union awaiting resolution include upward adjustment of the Consolidated Health Salary Structure, CONHES, implementation of peculiarity allowance for JOHESU members, immediate and unconditional implementation of consultancy cadre for pharmacists, and speedy adjustment of retirement age from 60 to 65 years. To avoid another round of agitation, residents have called on government to be more proactive in its engagement with the unions. With 1 billion people to sustain through ocean resources and ocean-based industries and trade, the ocean definitely needs to be protected from actions that could destroy its vast ecosystem. To this end, environmentalists, oceanographers, and maritime scientists are using this year's World Ocean Day with the theme "Tides are Changing" to emphasize that humanity is at a risk if ocean protection is not taken seriously. Lanre Bilei sheds more light on this.
Daddy, uncle, aunt, please, I'm begging you not to pollute the ocean, because once you pollute the ocean, it will affect the fishes and it will affect us.
The ocean covers 70% of the planet, and humanity relies utterly on it for survival, hence the need for its protection. Conservationists say massive education and initiatives are needed to create more awareness on this, especially amongst young Nigerians. Some civil society organizations are already collaborating with government agencies on this.
The mistakes we made, the attitudinal problem we had, we have to make sure that we don't pass it on to them. And because we're now being confronted with this issue, it's going to affect them more than us.
World Ocean Day is held every year to raise awareness on the vital importance of oceans and the role they play in sustaining a healthy planet.
Trying to encourage proper use of the ocean so that we have safe food from our ocean, so that our fish will not be contaminated with plastic and other things, and that we'll be sure that the ocean will be sustainable, and whatever we get from the ocean will even help to sustain livelihood on the earth.
The ocean is what you give in, it will bring back to you. If you don't clean your environment, if you dispose waste indiscriminately, it's going to block our drainages, our canals, and get into the ocean.
The 2023 theme is highlighting how decision makers, scientists, industries, individuals, and communities can join forces to pursue sustainable actions to protect the ocean for humanity's survival. In Lagos, Larry Belayi, NTA News.
Do not forget to follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our other social media handles displayed on your screen for updates. Those are the stories making the rounds in Lagos at this time. We will take a break now. Nationwide continues with Ladidi in Maiduguri. Stay with us.
Whether from the winding creeks of Niger Delta, the vastness of northern savannah, the boardroom of Lagos, the building, bustling capital of Abuja, as busy market of Onitsha. You are all the people. As your president, I shall serve you with prejudice towards none, but compassion and amity towards all.
History is history, so either you know it or you don't.
My advice to the younger generation is that they should learn from what we have started and what we have left.
I did things that ordinarily I should not have been doing. What that meant was that I was working hard.
Whatever assignment you are given in life, put in your best.
The military years were a disaster.
Smoldering effects of all that is what we are trying to cure.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you. In your living room, office, and everywhere, anywhere. We provide a company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel, Freeview channel 264, or live streaming via www.visiontv.co.uk.
And to watch NTA International in the USA, Canada, and Mexico, use the following satellite parameters.
You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
We must all join hands to work hard so that we build a country for our grandchildren.
My hope is that we develop this nation where every citizen is given his due right. There is transparency, honesty, and integrity.
Put the interests of this country first and foremost. Interests of Nigeria is being one nation, one people.
The need, if I mean, to put things right, things that have gone wrong before, to try and put right. for this, for the love of country.
Welcome to Maiduguri. Borno State Deputy Governor Umar Usman Kadafur has reiterated determination of Governor Babagana Umar Zulum's administration to continue with qualitative leadership that characterized the first time which over 700 developmental projects executed in 4 years. He stated this at a reception organized by Bureaucrat Council to celebrate the successful inauguration of the governor and his deputy for second term in office, attended by people within and outside southern Borno, including serving and former deputy governors of Gombe and Adamawa State. Mimuna Garba reports.
The event in celebration of Governor Babagana Umar Zulum and his deputy Umar Usman Kadafur for second tenure also served as a unity platform for people of southern Borno. While appreciating his people for the honor, the deputy governor Umar Usman Kadafur urged citizens to give the administration all the support needed to surpass achievements made in the first term.
This symbolizes unity among the people of southern Borno. And also, I believe this reception is a wake-up call to me as a bona fide son of southern Borno in ensuring that we have more development in the next coming 4 years, inshallah.
On their part, the Deputy Governor of Gombe State, Manessa Daniel Jato, and former Deputy Governor of Adamawa State, Krotia said praised the Zulum administration in Borno for the transformation in all sectors and restoration of peace. Emir of Biu, Mustafa Umar Mustafa, lauded Governor Zulum for touching the lives of people of Borno and prayed God to protect them through the second tenure with more dividends of democracy. The occasion was attended by emirs of Shani and Askira, state lawmakers, council chairmen and people of southern Borno from all walks of life. In Maiduguri, Maimuna Garba, NTA News.
A violent windstorm and torrential rain recorded recently in some part of Yobe State have wreaked havoc on NTA Damaturu, forcing the station to go off air. Management of NTA Maiduguri Zonal Network Center was among the sympathizers to ascertain the level of damage caused by the disaster. Mustafa Yusuf has the details.
A combination of windstorm and rainstorm blew up sensitive operational areas of the station, which include the master control and editing, as well as the newsrooms. Other areas affected by the disaster are offices, generator room, and a portion of frontage of the establishment sense. The zone director, NTA Maiduguri Network Center, Muhammad Abubakar, led his management team to assess the situation and were conducted around by the general manager, NTA Damaturu, Aliu Ahmed Muhammad. Although the level of devastation on the affected areas was severe, however, the equipment was secured by the engineer on duty.
The Yobe State community should come to the rescue of NTA Damaturu for the simple fact that the services of NTA Damaturu 100% are for the host community, which is Yobe State. So I appeal to the government and the spirited individuals to come to the rescue of this station so that the damage suffered by the station because of the rainstorm is fixed.
And the need for the state government to come to our aid in terms of the structures, in terms of equipment, in terms of logistics, the state government, all the station that responsibility to assist us, because the stations is meant for the government and the people of Yobe State.
Similarly, the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Yobe State Council, led by the chairman, Comrade Raja Muhammad Ismail, visited the station and commiserated with staff and management over the disaster, praying for God to forestall future occurrence. In Damaturu, Mustafa Yusuf Musa, NTA News.
That's our contribution from here. Nationwide continues with Lydia in Abuja. Lydia, over to you.
Thank you, Ladidi. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, says it has ruled out modalities to absorb returnee students from war-torn countries into Nigerian universities. The modalities are follow-ups to the high-level meeting between the Federal Ministry of Education, Federal Ministry of Health, Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, Nigerian Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, National Universities Commission, NUC, and other critical stakeholders on the integration of returning Nigerian students from war-torn countries into the nation's tertiary education system. The registrar, JAMB, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, while presenting the modalities, says it is imperative to hold talks with the vice-chancellors following the peculiarities of each university and the variation in the responses received from them on the matter. He notes that the meeting is to fashion out uniform standards and minimum acceptable benchmarks for the proposed absorption in line with global best practices. Concerned about the declining quality of graduates being presented for mobilization for National Youth Service, the NYSC says it will continue to take steps at ensuring fraudulent enlistment in the mobilization of unqualified graduates by some core producing institutions is no longer the order of the day. This issue featured prominently during a management meeting in Abuja with registrars of core producing institutions in Nigeria. Olayinka Ojo reports.
For some time now, the NYSC has been dictating some prospective core members who are unqualified but mobilized for National Youth Service.
In order for us to checkmate it, we have to start from the admission process, whereby whoever does not have the prerequisites of admission should not be given.
All student affairs officers should be credible individuals.
Even though this abnormality has been reduced drastically, there is still a compelling need for school managers to rise to the occasion and nip this problem in the bud, as well as review the level of implementation of previous resolutions.
The use of credible students and field officers and non-time entering officers is essential.
From the Director General of the NYSC to the registrars, strengthening the institution's data security as drivers of effective mobilization is key.
Management is determined not to take it lightly with institutions or individuals perpetrating these acts intermittently.
The meeting, among other things, is designed to appeal to the institutions to always ensure that only credible officers are entrusted with the task of handling the data of their graduates being processed for mobilization. Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
The Director General, Nigerian Tourism Development Authority, Folorunsho Koka, says with the induction of the Jewel, an international bikers club, into Nigeria's tourism calendar, domestic tourism will positively be projected to the global community. Oyinayaka Loka has that.
They are professionals in different fields from West African countries and other parts of the world, united with a passion for biking. With hundreds of members, the bikers are touring different communities around the world aimed at promoting tourism. While at the tourism headquarters, the Jewel bikers who rode from Lagos to Abuja, heading to Gombe State for Bikes and Dover Festival, told the Director General NTA that they will use the opportunity to create content about Nigerians' rich cultural heritage.
Bikers contribute a significant amount of word-of-mouth advertisement of tourism in Nigeria. We travel all over the country. We travel within the region, West African sub-region. So there are information that we normally give out. Scenic views, great videos, pictures, gastronomy, we do contribute a lot.
The DG NTDA said the ride across the country serves as a testament to the safety of travel within Nigeria.
And send us content, send us images that we can use to promote both what you're doing and promote our country for other people to come and join you. And it is in the positive images that we screen through the social media platforms that we have that will start to reverse both the conversation about Nigeria being a dangerous place that people don't want to go to when they see bikers riding like they ride in America, in Europe. They see bikers in Nigeria riding to places like Gombe, which the conversation has been negative about. That starts to reverse that conversation.
The Bikers and Dover Festival is expected to take place from the 8th to 12th of June in Gombe State. Oyinaya Kaluoka, NTA News.
Is still nationwide on the network service of the NTA. Let's go over to Port Harcourt. Doris is waiting.
Thank you and welcome to Port Harcourt. Operatives of the Nigerian Army 6th Division, in an effort to check economic sabotage, have destroyed illegal crude oil refining sites in Emoha local government council of Rivers State. Baron Wake reports that the operation was led by the Commander Operation Delta Safe, Rear Admiral Olusegun Ferreira.
Iba, in Emoha local government area of Rivers State, is one of the communities where illegal crude refining is still thriving. This operation is the first to be carried out by the Nigerian Army 6th Division under the watch of the new commander, Rear Admiral Olusegun Ferreira. The motive is to clamp down on those who engage in illegal crude refining in Rivers State to save the nation from huge economic losses arising from such acts. According to the commander, no effort will be spared in achieving its zero tolerance to illegalities, especially in the oil sector. He urges all those involved in such acts to desist forthwith.
Operation Delta Safe is meant to deter the activities of criminal elements who set up illegal refining sites. Like we just saw, one of them was destroyed here at Iba. So our mandate is to go after these criminals and destroy these illegal refining sites in pursuance of the mandate of OPDS.
He charges officers of the commands to continue to work hard in order to sustain the achievements recorded.
We are all aware that there are some criminal elements who sabotage this oil and gas infrastructure, and our task is to take them out while ensuring that the oil companies continue to produce crude oil.
In Emoha local government area of Rivers State, Diba Barisi Domameke, NTA News.
The harmful effects of cultism, particularly in schools, are attaining a worrisome dimension. To address this, stakeholders say parents must live up to their responsibility of effective involvement in the training of their children. Nkiru Onyejese reports.
Cultism has become an instrument of social destabilization. It has been known to be at its peak in tertiary institutions. Recently, reports of cultism in secondary schools, primary schools, and the society are becoming alarming, which calls for proactive steps by parents and various institutions to curb this menace in the society.
When a child that is brought from a particular family is of a good moral upbringing, the child will also become a good child.
The institution can play some part, but when you culture your child with fear, with discipline, the child has responsibility.
As old as our students are, I still talk to them, I counsel them on a lot of things. These things, they have to be able to come out and be confident in themselves in speaking out.
Respondents say the social vice is eating up the educational and moral standards of students, a challenge to Nigerian institutions. They urge parents to play their part in inculcating good morals on their children.
Some parents don't know what is going on in the school with children, and some children are too afraid to tell the parents. Some won't even tell their parents.
I think school should set up a body that will ensure that these things doesn't exist in school.
Cultism, which many decry its negative effects on youth, re-emphasize the need to get the younger ones engaged to keep them away from indulging in cult activities. In Port Harcourt, Nkiru Onyejese, NTA News.
And that's our bit from here. Nationwide continues with Lydia in Abuja.
Thank you, Felicia. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, has applauded the National Assembly for the historic passage of the Police Pension Board Bill and the Nigeria Police Force College, Training School and Institution Establishment Bill. In a statement, the IGP described the passage of the two critical bills as a milestone achievement with positive impact that will redefine the act of policing the country, standardize the training capacity of the force, enhance police productivity, and address the recurring pension-related hardship. The IGP further stressed that the removal of the Nigeria Police Force from the contributory pension scheme and establishment of NPF Pension Board will be resourceful in addressing the plight of police retirees. We now take another break. Nationwide continues shortly. Don't go away.
Nigeria means a lot to me.
And Nigeria means peaceful cohesion.
My country.
Well, we continue to pray, and then hopefully we will come to understand that unity of purpose, unity of living together.
Our ethnic beliefs and background and culture is our strength.
Ever since the amalgamation period of 1914 to date, about 109 years ago, the people of Nigeria live very peacefully with one another.
I think diversity helps a lot to enhance robust development in Nigeria.
All over the country, you have so many ethnic groups, over 250. That is enough to tell you that this is a blessed country, and that God has kept together as one indivisible entity.
On NCC Telecom Weekly, we bring you innovations, trends, policies and stakeholders redefining all sectors of our economy today. Here, you'll see the actors, policymakers and creativity that will shape your mind and business for growth in line with today's reality. Join us every Friday, 5 p.m. on NTA Network and on radio, FRCN Network on Fridays, 8 p.m. NCC. Connecting Nigeria.
Your skill is key to your professional growth in the competitive broadcast media industry. Take advantage of the following programs specially packaged by NTA Television College Jos to upgrade your skill. Marketing in the era of digital broadcast. Date 13th June to 23rd June 2023, 2 weeks. Drama production workshop. Date 3rd July to 21st July 2023, 3 weeks. Intermediate online news reporting skills. Date 24th July to 11th August 2023, 3 weeks. The course fee for the 2-week course is 120,000 naira, while the fee for the 3-week course is 150,000 naira only. Accommodation inclusive. All courses will hold at NTA Television College near Old Government House, Rayfield, Jos. For further enquiries, please call 0803-079-5335 or 0806-980-9807. NTA Television College, Jos. Training you to be the best you want to be. Registrar Announcer.
Subsidy can no longer justify its ever increasing cost and the weight of dry resources. We shall instead rechannel to fund to better investment in public infrastructure, education, healthcare, and jobs that will materially improve the lives of our people.
Thank you for staying with us. Nationwide continues in Jos as we join Felicia for more reports. Hello, Felicia. Welcome to Jos. And from here we begin with the judiciary as pre-hearing for the governorship election petition tribunal holding in Jos has continued with series of motions and applications from council to all parties in the petition involving All Progressives Congress, APC, governorship candidate Nantawe Yilwada, Independent National Electoral Commission, Governor Caleb Mutfwang, and the People's Democratic Party, PDP. The report.
Sitting of the governorship election petition tribunal was largely characterized by submission of applications and motions. Counsel to the petitioner, Professor Kayode Olatoke, had applied to withdraw 2 applications and 1 motion, while counsel to Governor Caleb Mutfwang, Pius Akubo, SAN, had filed several motions and made preliminary objections to some motions of the petitioner, which he urged the court to strike out.
Counsel to the petitioner also raised objections through counter motions and affidavits to the preliminary objections and replies of the second respondent's counsel. In furtherance of submission on the issue of abuse of court process as canvassed by the petitioner's counsel, Pius Akubo, SAN, who quoted sections 285, subsection 5 and 8 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, maintained that, contrary to the position the petitioners want the tribunal to believe, grounds 1 and 2 of the petitioners is anchored on nomination and sponsorship of Governor Caleb Mutfwang. He further submitted that nomination of a candidate is completely a political party affair and nothing more. He cited the case of Ubabe versus IU, a Supreme Court decision in Nigeria Weekly Law Report 2023, which stated that the nomination of a candidate is a domestic affair of the party. Based on this, he urged the tribunal to dismiss the preliminary objections of the petitioner to that effect.
Following the state of emergency declared on environmental sanitation by Plateau State government, the task force constituted to ensure compliance within Jos Bukuru metropolis has swung into action with the evacuation of refuse. Priscilla Grumnan brings us the situation reports.
With the state of emergency declared on environmental sanitation by the government, the task force saddled with the responsibility of ensuring speedy evacuation of refuse littering the streets of Jos and Bukuru metropolis is leaving no stone unturned towards the realization of a clean environment. Refuse dumps in communities like Hulshe and Tununwada have been cleared, while at that Kowa overhead bridge, ad hoc staff of the task force are seen evacuating the refuse dump, which the residents of the area say has constituted nuisance and also posing serious health hazards to them.
No, but thank God, I appreciate what the government are doing now, and I pray that Almighty Christ should give them the effort and the strength to work better for us.
Still, they very hazardous to health of people, but we dey very happy say government don't try now, they don't put hand inside the matter.
A drive through the Bukuru market shows that piles of refuse still occupy the area as the task force is yet to start clearing the dump sites. Residents of the area are, however, calling for the immediate evacuation of the heaps of refuse, which they say has made life unbearable for them. The task force on environmental sanitation has 4 weeks within which to conclude its assignment. In Jos, Priscilla Grumnan, NTA News.
And that's it from Jos. Lydia is back to you in Abuja for more on Nationwide. Thank you, Felicia. Utako in Abuja Municipal Council area is relatively serene for a district that harbors a mix of nightlife and socio-economic infrastructure. To keep the peace and ensure security, the FCT Police Command says it is not resting on its oars for effective policing of the district. Asabe Williams reports.
Utako, a high-brow district of Abuja, is strategic for hosting clubs, hotels, hospitals, and other social amenities that attracts a large number. However, the relative peace enjoyed by the people of this area is often obstructed by disturbances from miscreants, hoodlums, and others who either pose as makeshift traders or artisans. But the police is in control of the situation as assets have been deployed to ensure adequate protection of lives and property through cutting-edge technology.
We cannot be policing in 21st century using analog. So the functions or the deployment of high level of digital equipment is the answer. And here in Utako, with the support of the regional police and the CP, we have all those equipment to ensure that we are not policing in the dark.
Before there was every day thief of car in Utako market. They thief your car. There's no day three people don't miss in Utako market from Monday. But today, it's hardly. Because he's watching everybody. These men are watching everybody who park his car. If any wrong person is going in, there was some rush going there. He's trying. I praise him. Okay. And with his able boys, he has some nice boys who are ready to work.
Residents commend this move as nipping crime in the bud swiftly.
Actually, when we look at the situation now, we can see that everywhere is very calm, of which Nigeria police force are trying to do their work diligently and dutifully. And if they keep on in doing this, we'll have a very good and a security conscious atmosphere.
They should put more effort. That this new government, this is a new system, and we have a new technology to do. CCTV camera, all those things, they are there. They should put more effort.
Others agree that intelligence gathering and more rapid response to emergencies will help strengthen the peace of Utako. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has provided communication gadgets to security agencies domiciled in the territory to support their quest to protect residents. Onoze Yakubu was there and brought back this report.
Confronting security challenge is a task that requires the support and commitment of all. This donation of communication gadget is one of the series of assistance by the FCT administration to the security agencies in the FCT. Handing over the equipment to heads of the security outfit, the FCTA Permanent Secretary Olushade Adeshola knows that the nature of threats and security challenges have become increasingly complex, hence the need for support to meet up with the modern methods of combating crimes.
Any tribal society is an essential component that ensures the safety, well-being, and prosperity of our society.
Commissioner of Police FCT Haruna Garba says the equipment will boost effective operation by their personnel, who are always combat ready to tackle security challenges in the FCT.
The equipment is going to act as a support and a buffer to our operations and deployment. With it, we'll be able to talk to our men on the field with speed, and they will respond very speedily.
The equipment donated include 500 units of handheld radio device, among other communication gadgets. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Away from the FCT now. Niger State Governor Muhammad Umar Bago has met with some service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police in an effort to ensure farmers in the state return to their farms without fear of kidnappers and bandits to boost food security. The meeting, which was held behind closed doors, seeks to strengthen collaboration between the state government and the security agencies. Fatima Usman has more.
Niger State has not been able to realize its full potential in the area of food security of the state and indeed the country as a whole due to the activities of bandits who have continued to terrorize the farming communities in the state. The meeting of the state governor, Muhammad Umar Bago, with the service chiefs is therefore aimed at strengthening the existing collaboration between the stakeholders and to seek for sustained operation against the banditry so that the farmers can make the best of this rainy season to boost food production.
As you are aware, we are ravaged with insecurity, bandits and some militants, and that we just came to thank them for what they've been doing and to call on them to do more, and that again, they should expect more collaboration from our own part as a government.
We know the problem we have this period is the criminals don't want the farmers to go to their farms. So we are already we've preempted it, and we are working ahead of them.
The collaborative efforts are expected to be a continuous one. Fatima Usman, NTA News.
Niger State Governor Muhammad Umar Bago has expressed dismay over the slow pace of work at the proposed permanent site of Madala Market and lack of provision of social amenities in the original plan of the business area. The governor, who gave this indication while inspecting facilities at the new site, said more companies will be mobilized to site to meet the one-year target of completing the work. Husseina Musa has details of that visit.
To the permanent site of the Madala Market was sequel to the directive of Governor Muhammad Umar Bago's order for the traders and motorists to vacate the present location due to traffic gridlock experienced on the highway, particularly on Thursdays. The governor, who inspected various ongoing projects on the site, lamented that no significant progress has been recorded on the site since it began more than 5 years ago. The project was also lacking in most of the basic social amenities required of such infrastructure, which is a pointer to the need to go back to status quo.
Access was supposed to come straight from the road here. No infrastructure has been put here, but we have seen a sign of some shops being built. So I've ordered that these shops be stopped, let the site and services be provided first before we can now continue. However, our executive order on the stoppage of sales on the road of Madala Market would continue, and anybody that is found wanting will be arrested and dealt with accordingly.
Governor Bago also paid a working visit on the emir of Zazzau Suleja, Malam Awal Ibrahim, where he briefed the monarch on his noble intentions for the town. In Mina, Hussein Musa, NTA News.
And to Akwa Ibom State, the governor Umar Eno has directed the immediate demolition of illegal structures that were duly evaluated and owners compensated. This was during an inspection of some projects and facilities owned by the state government to ascertain the current level of competition so far. Kelvin Samuel has details.
Who was accompanied by his deputy and other top government officials, says his aim is to ascertain the state of projects and facilities in the state for proper alignment with his Arise agenda, assuring that no government project will be abandoned by his administration. He frowned at those who take advantage of the change of power by thinking they would be allowed to re-erect structures on places already evaluated and paid for by government.
Government is a continuum, and so there's no need anybody wanting to take advantage and thinking that one government is gone, another government is here. Once government has paid compensation, I will advise people not to encroach on government land anymore. Anyone that they have encroached, I'm instructing the Ministry of Works to bring down those buildings. We cannot continue like this.
Some of the places visited include the Ibom Tropicana, E-Library Road Expansion Project at Airport Road, Nsiratayo Kobo Road, among others. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
In recognition of the role of education for children and youths with disabilities, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development organized an event in line with this 2023 Children's Day celebration to promote inclusivity. Ruth Aguele reports the theme is More Money for Primary Education, Impact and Effect on Children and Youths with Disabilities.
I was in school when I began to feel I can't see with my left eye. So we went to the hospital for glasses. They kept giving us glasses. They never knew it was a brain tumor. I had an operation. After the radiotherapy, I lost my memory. Then last year I regained it, but I noticed I was blind.
It is one too many for Winnie Maffer, who is only 17. Her dream is to become a lawyer someday, a path she believes can be achieved through quality education for persons with disabilities. Winnie is one out of many children with disabilities who are being recognized today by the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development as part of commitment to protect their rights, promote inclusivity and equity through education for all.
Although what has been achieved in the implementation of the Child Rights Act, discrimination against persons with disabilities, however, much still needs to be desired to be achieved. I therefore challenge all assembly to brainstorm on ways of improving the quality of life and inclusion of people with disabilities in Nigeria.
There is a lot to be done because up to today you still have conventional schools that are mainly for persons with disabilities. So this proof that there is that recognition as regards to people living with disabilities in this country.
My wish for Nigeria is to be a better country and to serve Nigeria with all my strength.
A reminder for a call to action. The goal is to increase awareness to ensure the potential of every child is expressed and promote actions targeted at addressing the plights of children with disabilities. In Abuja, Ruth Aguwala, NTA News.
Now to education. Police Officers' Wives Association, in collaboration with the Police Community Relations Committee, have presented books to Police Children's School Day Barracks. Francis Form reports that the gesture is to boost the academic activities of the pupils in the force.
General salute! Present up!
This quarter guard parade by the Police Children's School Day is to welcome wife of the IGP. As she walked into the premises, she was welcomed with a song renditions.
God in His merciful love has brought you to us today. He is here to guide us all as you are welcome here.
Then comes the business of the day, the presentation of books to the school by POA and youth wing of PCRC.
That they should put more effort in all their endeavors, all what they are doing, because they are the future leaders tomorrow.
Oh, it's a very laudable thing, and I really want to thank the PCRC as an organization working together with POA. And the excitement on the children's face was really awesome. They encouraged them to come on board and partner with us so that we can give these young ones a better future and a renewed hope.
As part of our giving back to the society, we deem it feel that we need to be associated, interact, and have engagement with the pupils within our community. And we feel like it's not going to be good to just come around to interact or relate with them alone, but to come around with something to encourage them, to motivate them to face their study and to know that we care and we love them.
Overall best pupils in English, mathematics and basic science were presented with gift items. Meanwhile, leadership of POA has unveiled new Lady POA and PUA to serve as models for police wives. Francis from NTA News.
Reports reaching us now says Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, says the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will work for a more united Nigeria that will project the nation's diversity as a source of strength. Receiving a delegation of North Central Governors Forum led by its chairman, Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State, on a solidarity visit in his office, George Akume urged Nigerians to keep faith with the federal government to deliver the dividends of democracy across geopolitical zones. The delegation included governors of Plateau, Benue, Kogi, Kwara, and the deputy governor of Niger State.
My brother governors from the North Central Zone, in their wisdom, they decided to pay this courtesy call on one of their own. I feel very, very delighted.
We believe and we feel, as the governors, we must come united from the North Central and continue to support our leader. So we came to congratulate him first, to encourage him to do the best he can for the nation and for every one of us.
And sports is next.